CBS Market Watch.
Cannes Film Festival. Queen of the nightlife, queen of the glitter and the glamour. Wherever she goes, there are rich people smiling, flashbulbs popping, and gossip people waiting for a fall. The questions they ask: is she drinking too much? Is she taking drugs? It seems like they want her to fall. But the one the gossips ask that makes Liza most upset: is she living her mother's tragic life? From the moment Liza was born on March 12, 1946, she's had to live with the blessing and the burden of being Judy Garland's daughter. After her parents, Vincent Minnelli and Judy Garland, were divorced, Liza became a show business baby and traveled greatly. By the time she was 16, she'd been to at least 20 different schools. But it was show business she studied most. When Liza was 18, she and Judy Garland played the Palladium in London, and that's when a strong competition began taking shape between mother and daughter. In 1965, Judy Garland's daughter became the youngest musical actress to win Broadway's Tony Award in George Abbott's Flora the Red Menace. She was only 19. Although there was an instinctive competitive spirit between Judy and Liza, Judy proved to be a loving mother when she got Liza her first movie role in the Albert Finney film Charlie Bubbles. She also took a strong interest in Liza's love life and brought Liza together with Australian singer-composer Peter Allen. In March 1967, Liza married and became Mrs. Peter Allen. By this time, the alcohol and pills had taken their tolls on Judy Garland, and she had also evolved from a major star to a camp cult attraction. Finally, in 1969, the rainbow ended for Judy. She died of an overdose of sleeping pills. Liza fought on. In 1970, she was nominated for an Academy Award for her performance in The Sterile Cuckoo. She didn't win, but later won an Emmy for her TV special, Liza with a Z. Then she captured the Oscar for her role in Cabaret in 1972, and a second Tony for her special Winter Garden show. She appeared simultaneously on the covers of Newsweek and Time, and was definitely on her own, and became a smash hit star in nightclubs across the country. An ironic and strange twist to her nightclub act occurred in Las Vegas, nearly 3 years after her mother had died. She recreated her London Palladium act, performing with Jim Bailey, a man who played the part of Judy Garland. Liza played herself. In 1972, after becoming a certifiable superstar, Liza separated from her husband, Peter Allen. Liza became the femme fatale of the Hollywood, New York, European world. Her string of romances, both rumored and real, include Peter Sellers, Al Pacino, Ben Vereen, Roger Moore, Charles Aznavour, Burt Reynolds, Zubin Mehta, Desi Arnaz Jr., ballet star Mikhail Baryshnikov, and stage manager Mark Jarreau. But it's Halston who remains her best friend. When she finally chose to remarry in 1974, it was to Jack Haley Jr., the son of the man who played the Tin Man in the Judy Garland version of The Wizard of Oz. That marriage also hit the rocks. In April 1978, they filed for divorce. 2 months later, Liza won her third Tony Award for the act. Now Liza's 32, and one of those rare talents that need only be called a single name, like Garbo, Elvis, and Jackie. She's Liza, and has developed a hereditary talent far beyond anyone's dreams. She still receives garlands of praise: 3 Tonys, an Oscar, an Emmy, and Las Vegas Entertainer of the Year for 3 consecutive years, more than any other woman. Liza Minnelli, the queen of the night, continues to shine, continues to smile, and still the gossip people persist. Will she end up like Judy? Will she burn herself out? In a nightclub one night, someone shouted at Liza to sing "Over the Rainbow." Liza shouted back, "It's been sung."